Hi everyone, I'm Autumn, your CLO here in Lilongwe, and I have Chester Ferris, our Global Employment Advisor for the AF region, here with another workshop for EFMs on global employment readiness. So on this workshop, we're going to be exploring portable careers, and without further ado, I'm going to let Chester take it away. Take it away, Chester.
Right, thank you, Autumn, and what a pleasure just to be with you guys again in the EFM community there in Lilongwe. And today we're going to be talking about exploring the portable careers, and we're just going to be giving you a few resources that you could use in terms of setting yourselves up for portable careers. So let's look at what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be looking at why. Why do you want to do a portable career? What are some of the teleworking functions you could do? Finding a virtual position, whether you're going to be permanent or you're going to have a contract through online on the marketplace. And we're also going to look at creating your own position, whether you're going to be home base, whether you're going to freelance and consult, or whether you're going to be starting a local business or your own business. So an important question to ask is, where do you want to go? And what is your plan? And these are really two important questions to ask when coming to exploring portable careers. And I've got a nice quote there that says, anybody who still thinks the sky's the limit has no imagination. So let's just explore what we can come up with you and give you some resources in terms of what you can do when it comes to a portable career, a virtual career, remote working. And we're sitting in an opportune time currently with COVID where everyone is doing remote work. So it's a nice time for you to explore what you can do in terms of a portable career. But before we go into that, let's just look at what are some of the rules and that you need to adhere to when it comes to a portable career. So you need to get chief of mission approval before you can begin any type of business. You've just got to be aware of what are the local laws that you do not break any, especially there in Rwanda, and just find out what are they. And it cannot harm the US government interest at all. And just be aware of your changes to your diplomatic immunity if you are going to be starting a portable career. Most importantly, just get chief of mission approval before you begin any type of business with your with what you're going to be starting with. So what do you need to get started there? So you can sign up for a course, and I'm going to be sending these slides to Autumn. We will distribute it to you guys there, and all these links are available for you there. So we can review the Flow Home-Based Business Guide. You can read the book called A Career in Your Suitcase, study the market, create a simple business plan, and you can start up with anything. Get known. What is by word of mouth? Have a home-based business fair, offer some freebies, see if you can promote yourself through the CLO, and see what links the CLO has got for you in terms of marketing yourself within the community there. And I'm sure some of the CLO have also got links to Facebook pages, where you can start promoting the business that you'd like to start. You also want to keep a financial record of your and just see how it's within the first. And you also want to check out the FSI, which is the Foreign Institute for Considerations before starting out on a business. You also just want your AmCham, which is your American connections do they have in the country for possible remote work and how you can maybe get work within a possible company that is linked to the US. Right, so let's first explore teleworking. So if it's possible for you to telework your current position, and that would be a good option to start off with, especially for an EFM or a member of the household who are presently working in the US, and that's a nice place to start. Speak to your current company, see if they can offer work position for what you're currently doing, and this is going to make life easier. So, how do you want to go about this? You know, your telework, your set it up before you leave for the US, and you're in Rwanda already. Just maybe see if you can maybe contact a former employee and see if they do have possible opportunities available for you. You know, when doing your when you want to do your proposition for a teleworking, just show them the value that you can add to this company by doing the telework. You know, you can offer a trial basis and see if it's going to work for you and for the company. And then, you know, maybe offer them some extras if necessary. You know, I'll fly myself home once a year and give them that option so that they're able to bait what you are selling them. And just also keep in mind, sometimes it's not for everyone. We've also got a resource there for with our telework for the flow department, which will also assist you if you need any additional resources there. So, you know, you could be working virtually, it could be on a permanent basis or on a contract basis. So just explore these possible options that you could also look at. And what you want to look at is there's a link, there's a website that I've got a link here for called the Rat Race Rebellion, and it's the best source for legitimate work for home jobs on the internet. And I've got various links on this slide of here, which will be able to assist you. You know, we've also got work at home moms, and please explore your various options.
Oh, hold on just one second. I think we're losing connection. Go.
Okay. Right, so it's important for you to explore your options, and Rat Race Rebellion is a nice one. We've also got the work at home moms. So some nice resources available for you here if you're looking for a virtual position and you want to be permanent. So I'm going to be sending out the slides to Autumn, and you'll be able to click on these relevant links and explore the various options. Right. So if you want to have a virtual position and you want to contract, you know, via outsourcing, and some points to look out for here. You know, contracting via outsourcing is good for writers, editors, web designers, coders, etc. Just remember your competition can be very fierce out there. So it's always important for you to ask the question, what value are you going to bring to that specific company? You might not get the market rate for your expertise. So just be aware of that. You'll need your own equipment. Sometimes they don't do on-the-job training and you'll have to perform from day one. And you may need to pay for membership to increase your chances if you're going to be joining one of these contractors positions. And just maybe do some research to find out which companies offer virtual positions. And what's currently happening globally with COVID-19, there's a lot of companies that do offer virtual positions. So it's imperative that you do some research and see what's available for you. If you're going to be starting a home-based business, and just remember that's another option you can also look at if you want to explore portable careers. Just keep in mind that there are certain tax implications involved with self-employment, so just be aware of that. Again, visit the FSI website, and they'll be able to give you what are the legal considerations when looking at a home-based business. And it's also important for you to learn about the local regulations, you know, covering self-employment when it comes to work permits and registering the business with the local labor authorities. And again, I just want to implore with you guys out there, please get Chief of Mission approval before you do anything so that everyone is aware of what's happening. So when looking at your home-based business, here's another slide with some resources available there. And a nice one to look at there is your passport to careers, a small business startup, and also to explore the US Small Business Administration. Just when looking at your home-based business, What is that unique selling proposition? What is your USP that you're going to be offering to people out there? And start thinking. And that's the question at the beginning was, what is your plan? And where do you see yourself going? If you want to look at doing some freelance work and becoming a consultant, also another avenue for you to explore. And your USAID has got a multitude of opportunities also available. So explore what's available within your specific country, and maybe explore what's available on USA jobs, because USAID also advertises on those portals as well. And this is really, currently in 2021, a lot of companies are looking for freelancers and also looking at consultants where there's no contractual or fixed term contract that you're bound to, and you will work your own hours, and you can you negotiate with that respective company what are your working hours going to be. So when coming to consulting, you know how to you get started. Maybe look at doing some volunteer work, maybe provide some free consulting, and just see how you can network yourself. Look at your LinkedIn profile and see what how is that geared in order for you to be marketable. And if you need assistance with that, please make contact with me, and I can assist you in terms of setting you up and looking at your LinkedIn profile. So just remember, when it comes to consulting, it's good for anyone with extensive business experience or education, and it's also good for writers, editors, web designers, coders. And there's a lot of opportunities becoming available now because of where we're currently sitting with COVID-19. And just keep in mind, you might need your own equipment, and sometimes they don't do on-the-job training. So also just look at what's available in the local business, and just see, maybe connect with some EFMs that have started their own local business, and see what are they doing and how they've gone about starting up their own business. So also starting up your own business, just review doing business, and there's this slide here with a link on there. Just maybe look at the small business administration.gov. They'll also be giving you some hints on what you can be doing. You also want to network with fellow EFMs and see what they have done. And again, another place to look at is just the American Chamber of Commerce, and see what possible opportunities are available within your country that you're currently in. Right. And remember, we are here, Global Employment Advisors, to assist you, set you up for success. So maybe you do require that additional assistance when it comes to your resume. If you're going to be applying for a consulting position or for a freelance position, please, you've got my contact details. Please make contact with me, and we can set up a time and we can set you up for success. I'd like to thank Autumn for the opportunity again to be present and just empower you guys and just give you additional resources to set you up for success. And we'll be conducting a few more of these in the near future. Thanks again, Autumn. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Chester, and thank you everybody for attending this EFM workshop. Definitely be sure to reach out to Chester Ferris. His email is Ferris, Ferris, cb@state.gov. You can tell I have that memorized because I reach out to him often with EFM questions, employment questions, and anything that could be of value to our community here. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.